Hello, my name is Katarina from Garden Design Tools. Today we again in the project that if you follow my videos by now you know this project. This is the actual project I use in my course. So I'm going to show you quickly how to change some materials. If for example this is ideal if you working side by side with your client and you want to change the materials from your pavement. It is a good option as well if, for example, if you want to show different options of decking, for example. If your have if your client wants different colors or something like this, if you want to try it on. Now I'm gonna use wood plank like. Something like this, for example. This is from a website that I actually talk in my course. It's the Polygon website, and this is from their free textures, but it's really worth it register because you have access to the free textures, but they have a lot of textures as well, so you can check it out. It's really good quality textures for your models. Now I'm just gonna use this wood planks one just for you guys to see. You see straight away it changed the look, and I'm gonna upload the normal map. So this is a file of textures that I actually share with the course, and you have the texture map of the material and the normal map. This is the normal map is the thing that gives you the relief of the texture. It keeps it more realistic as well, okay? Sometimes it's really difficult to see in the program live, but you see it straight away in the when you do the renderings. What I like to do as well in the textures, I like to weather it a little bit. Okay, so this is how the texture looks. And I like to weather a little bit again in the renderings. I'm gonna post the rendering after of this image of this with this pavement, and you have wood and you weather it a little bit just to it shows like it's a bit older already. Okay, so it's a nice touch. The edges here in this case there isn't much point, but this is to make the edges of your materials a bit rounder. Because in the real life, no edge is very unusual to have a really straight edge. Okay, it's always slightly round. So, but this only makes sense, for example, in here in the house, and this I already have in here in the house. Okay, so it's like you see you have a bit of edge. Okay, so it's not. Is not on an angle. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how quickly it is to change materials. As you could see, it's really pretty quick. And again, I can play a little bit with the colorizing the material. If you want a bit grayish, if you want a bit more yellowish, if you want, as you can see, not so yellowish, maybe a more natural looking. You can play with the scale. Okay, in here it's really important for you to have a sense of and the gloss and the as well. In here maybe you can check it out like this, trying to see how you can the glossiness, reflectivity. It needs to be a bit of light. You see the glossiness? It's a big difference. No deck is that glossy. Maybe composite deck if it's wet. Okay? So you can play around with this. Reflectivity is very low as well. No deck is reflective that much. But yeah, you can play with the scale as well. Okay? So you really need to have a sense of the scale. Give it a more accurate as possible scale of the real material you're gonna use. Okay, something like this. as you can see, is really quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do some images, some rendered images, just for you to see. If, for example, if I want to copy this to other parts of the, if I want to do the same deck here, for example, it's already there. And if I want, for example, use the same deck here, this is a slightly different type of deck. And the same here, you see, and straight away you have the material you want in the 3 deck surfaces you have in your project, and then you can render pretty quickly again a new set of images, the images that they are with these textures. Okay, so this is really quick to change materials, and really realistic materials. Even if you have like a brand you work with, you know, just make sure you have some nice images of their textures, you know. I show in the course this website that you can actually upload the image and gives you a normal map of that image. Okay, so this is pretty cool if you work with a brand that has their textures good quality. Don't forget, textures to use in projects is really specific, you know, no reflections, and it has to be flat, really, you know, looking straight to the surface. So it's very specific, but sometimes you can do it. Okay, anyway, I wanted to show you again I have a new course that's going to be launched on the 17th of September, and this course, SketchUp Basics for Garden Designers, is for those people who still, because rendering your client's dream garden, okay, it's a course for people who know already SketchUp. I'm launching this one, so until, if you register, if you buy it until the 16th of September, is 75 euros. After that it's going to be 125. Okay, so this is SketchUp Basics for Garden Designers, and you're going to learn everything you need until you actually pass to Lumion. Then you start learning in the Lumion program how you change materials, all these things. Okay, this is for doing the previous work, the structure of your project base. Okay, that's what I'm showing here on the left. Okay, that program SketchUp is for you to learn how to actually do everything in SketchUp. Okay, all the basics you need as a garden designer, implementing an architectural element, all this stuff. Okay, the next course, rendering your client's dream garden, then that one is the one on the right, that you actually start playing around with textures, materials, plants, etc. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to show you the course. So this one, SketchUp Basics for Garden Designers, is in pre-launch until the 16th of September. So 75, and it's going to be 125 after. Okay, and on the 1st of September, everyone that's interested, and I'm going to put after on Facebook, I'm going to people who are subscribed in our newsletter, I'm going to let them know of all the course contents. Okay, so you have the rendering your client's dream garden. Okay, that's 63 lessons. The SketchUp one appears one lesson now, but that's because I don't have the program uploaded yet. And the VIP, that's a new thing as well that I launched, is for everyone that has a small business already. They want to implement this, but they want to make sure that their projects are really up to the standard, because sometimes I see a lot of people working with the same exact software, but it's not just about software, guys. It's about your ideas and capturing the right effects in your renderings to transmit the right message you want to pass with your concepts. Okay, because sometimes people with the same program, and I saw people working in Lumion and it's pretty rubbish, the images after. Okay, so it's not the program that makes the renderings look good. You have to tweak it a little bit. The program helps, of course, the quality of the plants helps, but you really need to make sure you capture the right angles with the right effects, and of course your ideas. Okay, so you need to have good ideas as well. But anyway, the VIP course is exactly the same as the other course. The difference is, for 1 year, I help you with one-on-one consultations for your projects to make sure you're in the right direction and that the final image is the real image you want, okay? So this is limited to 7 projects a year, okay? And it's just 1 year, okay? But it's just to make sure that after that you can go on your own and you're gonna learn everything you need to learn. And this is just for those who are unsure that they can still make it after or not, you know. And if you are investing already in this course and in this program, maybe this is something you want, okay? So this is to make sure your projects, you know, in your specific projects, your practice projects, are up to the standard that you really want for your images, okay? So you have one-on-one consultations booked previously that I can help you out to create the effects you want, okay, and the animations. So yeah, this is what's going on. So the next courses I'll be launching is actually in Portuguese, and it's about garden design. And I'm gonna launch as well a smaller course, garden planning your own your own garden, but in Portuguese as well. Okay, so I hope you're following my blog, and I actually just did a blog post about the investment, the costs of investing in this kind of programs, and I did a quick calcul. This is in my personal experience, okay? This is what cost me my PC. This is the software costs, and I put the course after if you want to take the course with us, and if you don't know SketchUp. So it depends what you're doing. I suggest you read the blog post, but for me it's like this: if you are a 1-person, 2-person practice, small practice, or a bigger practice that wants to invest in this, the return can be really amazing, and you can really start thinking about as this is a potential of marketing for your firm as well, okay? So if people start seeing the quality of the images you can create together with your ideas, okay, this, don't think just how much this is gonna cost, think as an investment, and start thinking ways to market to your clients and to new clients. You can get new partnerships. For example, even in here, I'm sure in other countries is the same. You can have partners with construction companies that if you are actually good at getting the architectural element in your garden, for them to sell their properties, the whole property, with your images is amazing, and animations, and you can have a 360 views of the property, of the gardens. You can have VR. So anyway, just read the blog post. It's I think, you know, okay, everyone knows their business, but in the big picture is not that big the investment, okay? So, but I did this numbers is my personal numbers, okay? In terms of PC costs, that's what I actually paid for a guy to build my PC. And like I said I said this in the course as well, it's not like my PC is not it's average, and I'm still able to do, you know, amazing work. But if you have a bit more, invest on the PC. Don't forget, it's graphic card. That's what you need. It's like a gamer's PC, basically. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this little video. Just wanted to show you. I'm gonna do some rendering images now, because sometimes, you know, in here live you can see the texture changing, but you don't actually see the quality of the image just when the final rendering image. So I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna post in the end of this video. Okay guys, any questions, just send me an email or DM me on Instagram. Okay, it's easier if you have any doubts about the course or something. Okay, so see you guys, have fun.